Welcome to the countdown. I'm the countdown host, MJ Book. Um, okay, this is going to be interesting. I just got back from watching this No Time to Die, the swan song of the Daniel Craig era Bond movies. Now, I am going to do my best to not do any spoilers. Okay. Out of respect to you all, I'm going to try within my deepest soul not to be a spoiler and spoil things that happen in the movie. So, but if I do, I am terribly sorry. I'm going to try not to. As far as this movie, let's start with did this feel like a Bond movie? No, no, it did not. And honestly, that's been my problem with the Daniel Craig movies. I just didn't feel like I was watching Bond. I Casino Royale to me felt like just some action movie. And they just threw in Bond for good humor. Quantum of Solace was just Skyfall was the first time it felt like a Bond movie with him. That carried over into Spectra. And so we get to this. I never felt well, let me rephrase that. Most of the time, I never felt like I was looking at James Bond. There were moments here and there that I was like, okay, there's James Bond. But a lot of these moments was just not James. And what is the future for James Bond? I just don't know. Did I like this movie? No. No. The problem is I have to buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out. To close out the Daniel Craig era movies, which I have them all. But there's a part of me that is wants to say I'm done with James Bond. There's a part of me that just says that's it. I can't watch anymore. I disagree with things they did in this movie. I think there are certain things that they did that was absolutely stupid. I think certain characters they kind of ruined. Um, I think some of the decisions in this movie were extremely stupid. And I gotta be honest, Madeline, as far as the past Bond girls, Bond women, I don't mean to be sexist, so please don't take it that way. As far as her, she goes, I never liked her. I didn't like her in Spectre, and I didn't like her in this. I just didn't like her. There's some things that they did that were so obvious where they were going, and it's just like I get you're trying to do a story, and we've predicted Bond movies all the time, but when you're trying to do a story and I'm predicting in my head, okay, I can see where they're going with this. Maybe like I'm connecting dots, and it's like, there's certain things I wish they hadn't gone. They went cliche a couple of times. I'm like, oh, there were rumors that I had heard before. The only one I had really mentioned was that I had heard certain things were going to happen. There was rumors all over the place about this movie. So many rumors. Also with the future. Um, I got to tell you, I really think they made some really stupid decisions in this movie. Um, uh, Daniel Craig. Uh, I have to think about whether he's going to get added to a certain list. A list of actors who, to me, ruined something to such a point that I just don't want to see them in anything, and that I will purposely avoid them at all costs and will not watch anything they do. For there's certain people, George Clooney was the first because of Batman. I hated it. And so after that, I refused to watch any movie with Clooney in it. And I haven't. That's the last time I watched anything with that man in it. Seth Rogen is on that list because of the Green Hornet. Now we get to Bond. I don't know if I'm going to add Craig to that list. I might not, but it's something I'm actually considering. I'm sick of my franchises getting ruined. I'm sick of it. I've had to tolerate this too much. Star Trek got ruined. Turtles got ruined. Transformers got ruined. I mean, just it makes me more nervous for Batman. Immediately when this movie ended, that was the first thought that popped in my head. Was now I'm really concerned for Batman. I'm still there. I'll still be there opening day. I still hate the car. I still hate the suit, but I can ignore those aspects because I've hated previous cars and suits. It's all just one thing, Robert Pattinson, and I'll still give him a chance. But watching this just made me more concerned for that. The future of James Bond. I mean, this is Daniel's last one, and I can honestly say I'm glad of that. I never want to see that motherfucker play James Bond again. So I was glad this is it. I'm done with him. And when I say motherfucker, there's so many things in my head right now that I'm doing this recording, and it's maybe I should do this recording, post it, and then do a part 2 in which I think about everything that I've said and reach a final decision. Maybe that's what I should do. A short little 2-parter, recording this, my immediate reactions, and then a second one, post reactions, after I've decided what I'm going to do. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with Bond. I think Tom Middleton would be a good choice for the next Bond. I think to me, that's the best choice to me. Do I want to see Bond as the Bond character become, another race, another sex? Do I want to go down that path? No, I really don't. I just don't. I mean, I don't like you don't have to change everything. And for people to go down that direction, I wouldn't want there to be a Wonder Man when you got Wonder Woman. You don't need Wonder Man. I don't need Blade to become, to change races. I don't need to see, if they made another Green Hornet movie, Kato doesn't need to switch to Canadian. You know what I mean? You don't have to do all these switches. Don't, Batgirl switches to Batboy. I mean, don't need to do these switches. Scooby-Doo becomes a cat. I mean, just don't need to do all these switches. So I don't know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, the more I'm thinking about it, I think I will do a part 2 after I've thought about it and made a decision what I'm going to do. But they did a lot of Easter eggs in this movie. There was a ton of them. They were all over the place. Old music, old lines, pictures. They did a lot of swan songs. right now, do I think this would be the last Bond movie ever? I think they'd be foolish to do that. These movies are making a lot of money. I think it'd be foolish. I've never heard of filmmakers who didn't want to make money. I've never heard of it. So it would be a first. There's so many rumors going around about the future of Bond. I've heard uh, Netflix TV shows. Um, there's been so much talk about the future of Bond. So right now, as far as the Daniel Craig movies, and I'm gonna have to still think about this. My mind may change. Maybe right now it's just too fresh in the head, and I just need some mull over time and think about it. But do I think this movie's better than Spectra? No. Do I think it's better than Skyfall? No. Here's where we get into the problem. Because now I have to compare it to the two worst ones of Craig's. And Casino Royale of those two is the worst. Is this movie better than Quantum of Solace? No. Now that leaves Casino Royale. That's the big problem. Is it better or worse than that one? And that is something I'm going to have to think about. Because I don't know. I don't know. But have you watched it? What did you think? Let me know what you thought of the movie. I will eventually do a part two of this, another little short, once I've decided what I think of it. So, as far as a grade for this movie, maybe we should hold off on a grade till I get to part two and I've really thought and mulled everything over. But if I was to give a grade for this movie right now, I would have to give it, honestly, a C minus. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. Now I'm going to think about this a little more. Maybe it's too fresh. I have too much passion for this series and I need to think about some stuff and mull it over. I could be overreacting. I probably am. So I'll have to mull some stuff over. But I owed it to y'all to put something out after watching this, and I'll definitely do a part two, a little short uh, of what my final opinion is. Um, I don't know. I just don't know. I want to thank Rob, by the way. Rob went with me. He had to stomach me. So thanks, Rob. Hope you said you enjoyed the movie. I'm glad you got to enjoy a good Bond, what you thought was a good Bond movie. I'm glad you got to enjoy that. It was fun hanging out with you. I don't know. I just don't know. And I shouldn't feel that way about a Bond movie. I love Bond too much. So I don't know. This is one of the weirdest feelings I've ever had leaving a movie. It's odd. So I don't think I have a whole lot more to say. um, Let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What do you think the future of Bond is? What do you think? Because I got to tell you, I'm dumbfounded. I'm absolutely dumbfounded. Let me know what you think. You know all the ways to do it. You do know all the ways to do it, right? Oh man, I just I it's rather rare that I can be caught somewhat speechless, but it I don't think this is a good speechless. There's good speechless and bad speechless. I don't think this is good. Not this one. This is a little more just. Oh god, damn it. Anyway, let me know what you think. You can send me an email. Uh, Send it to the countdown 2020 at gmail.com. Uh, you can go onto the Facebook page. Just search at the countdown 2020 podcast one. You can go onto Twitter. Just search at the countdown PO1. You can go on Instagram. Just search the countdown 20. You can go on Spotify and listen to the archives. This one will not probably be on Spotify. This will be probably more than likely a YouTube exclusive. You can listen to the archive also on Amazon Audible. Just search the Countdown Podcast. By the way, Spotify, search Countdown 2020. Sorry, brain's still addled. I'm on iHEART Radio. Just search the Countdown Podcast. And I'm on Podbean. All the episodes released through Podbean. Just search the Countdown Podcast on there. And if you want to go to the website attached to Podbean, just go to the countdown2020.podbean.com. You have all the archived episodes right there. And of course, on YouTube, just search the Countdown Podcast with MJ Book. I will do a part 2. I just need to mull a lot of this over. This was, I don't know. I just don't know. I need to mull some stuff over. I mean, I'm reacting, but I need some time to think about a few things. But I think it's interesting for y'all to see my initial reactions immediately after. And then who knows, maybe my feelings will be the same, or it would be even better if I have different feelings, maybe for the better, maybe for the worst. I don't know. But let me know what you think. I like, I love doing these shows for you, even these little shorts. It's taking the countdown going in different directions, which, it always helps. So definitely want to thank you all for that. And I do want to throw a shout out. I recently was on a fellow podcaster show, Buzzing with Marlo. Please search for his show. Talk about wrestling, talk about life. His show is about many different topics, but it's also about wrestling. He has wrestling in his past. He's a wrestler, former wrestler. I'm not sure if former wrestler is the thing I should say, but he has wrestling in his past. It was fun being on his show. Great conversation. Look forward to being on that show again at any time in the future. If you're watching, pal, all you have to do is give me the buzz and I'll be there. He'll be here on the countdown in the future. We already have a topic we're going to count down. Not going to spoil that, but we already have a topic we will start working on. And who knows when we get that done? We could get it done quick, get it done. Who knows? We'll get it done when we get it done. So please search for Buzzing with Marlo. I know he's on Facebook because I watched our episode on Facebook. I listened to him personally on Spotify. Just search Buzzing with Marlo on there. Give his show a try. Of course, always throw the plug out to Third Generation Wrestling. If you're a professional wrestling fan, listen to my boys, The Real Biggie, Eric, and the Ambassador Rob. I'm a contributor on the show, as well as the Good Brother Blake and the Doctor of Wordonomics. Please listen to that show. Cover a lot of things. Of course, wrestling's the main thing, but we've done movie reviews, gone into the archives of wrestling pay-per-views and reviewed an old Raw. Plus, the Real Biggie does his own movie reviews on there as well. He does little shorts like this. So please listen to Third Generation Wrestling. They're available on everything. You can find it. Just search Third Generation Wrestling or Third Gen Wrestling. But that's all I got for you. I'm going to go drink some more beer. So thanks. And I'll catch you later on the next episode of The Countdown. Have yourself a wonderful day or evening, whatever time it is. Bye-bye.